So there's been some negative effects for the Ford Motor Company in regards to this recall. Ford is paying out of pocket for rental vehicles. Since these vehicles aren't getting repaired quickly and in a timely manner, Ford is paying for rentals day in and day out for its customers, while the Windstars sit at the dealership awaiting parts or its future. It also presents a bad customer basis, and customers have bad attitude. So Ford has offered a buyback program for these Windstars. Since parts are in such a short demand, they are not being completed in a timely manner, and the vehicles are just deemed unsafe. Ford is offering trade-in values to its customers a little bit below what you would probably normally see in a trade-in. They're offering anywhere between $2,000 and $2,500 incentives towards buying a new Ford vehicle. And if you decide to return to the dealership in which your Ford Windstar is at, and you would like to purchase a used vehicle from them, they're willing to give you up to $500 towards that new vehicle. That new used vehicle, I should say. During my research, I got a chance to interview a Ford technician. He works part-time at the Pep Boys that I work at. For personal reasons, I'm not going to mention his name or what dealership he works at. First, I asked him, what kind of repairs are you seeing done? I got this answer from him, which I was basically just reiterating the research I have found. The rear axle brackets are hardly being used because so many axles are not repairable. Axles are unavailable with such a high demand since they are not an item that is considered a normal wear and tear item. I also asked him how many Ford Windstars are at your dealership. He wasn't 100% sure, but he had to estimate at least 40 or more. And that's just one dealership on Long Island. I also asked him what customers are doing who are now left stranded without a minivan. He again mentioned that Ford is offering to pay for a loaner car, but they cannot fix these vans, so they just have to keep paying for rentals day in and day out. Many customers are also not receiving vehicles that are comparable to their minivan, which I had mentioned earlier. They're getting cars much like the Ford Focus and Ford Taurus. I asked him what he thought Ford could have done in order to prevent this. He said, it's something that's untouched when cars are designed. Vehicles pass tests when it comes to certain conditions like weather, but only on a short-term basis. No one could predict the outcome of this type of damage. It's really hard to predict future issues such as this, especially with an item that is not considered a normal wear and tear item. I also asked him about the Ford buyback program. He didn't know too much about it, being that he's just a technician and not a sales representative or a manager, but he mentioned yes, they are giving customers somewhere around trade-in value and money towards a new vehicle, which isn't too bad, but most of the vans that come in are nearly 10 years old with over 100,000 miles. It would probably be time for a new vehicle for most of the customers. Some people just cannot afford a new vehicle in this economy, so it's a tough place for both customers and the Ford Motor Company. So in conclusion, I think Ford and the automotive industry have learned that negative effects are bound for any company. Some things are unexpected and failures are just unpredicted. What the manufacturer does to solve the issue is what keeps customers coming back. Ford did right by coming up with a solution for the problem, although the repair parts were in short demand and provided the customers with a means of transportation. Although the public was not too thrilled about losing their minivan and having to wait for a buyback, I stand behind Ford for taking the appropriate action by not allowing these vehicles back on the road. For the safety and lives of the consumer, there is no price in my eyes. Thank you.